Hey everybody, welcome to Retro Gamer Ranting. This is Twitch, and this is Season 2, Episode Blobbity Blob. I really don't care anymore. I'm not going to put numbers on this because, honestly, it's just got to be a pain in the butt. Hey, if you really want to know what date it is, check in the corner of your screen. It'll probably tell you. Anyway, sorry about that. And, hey, what's going on? Conduit 2. That's what's going on. They got pushed back again for some odd reason. The date is now in April, I think. This is the third time that Conduit 2 has been pushed back since the beginning of its push, I suppose. Now, the first time it got pushed back was for obvious reasons. It was because GoldenEye was going to be coming out on the exact same date, which was kind of weird due to the fact that I didn't even know that was the date it was going to come out. And I knew it was going to come out that time, but there was absolutely no hype leading up to it. Which I think it was kind of wise, because GoldenEye had hype leading up to it thanks to E3, and it also turned out to be an excellent first-person shooter. Now, I have a very much love-hate relationship with High Voltage Software. I think they have immense talent, and I think they actually listen to the fans, and they have a lot of passion. But the last Conduit game was a little lacking in some ways. I still enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought it had some great multiplayer, sans the hackers, and the single-player experience could have probably formed out to be a lot more interesting, but you could see what they were trying to do, but they just ran out of time to. Conduit 2 is supposed to fix all this stuff. You're supposed to have huge boss battles, single-player levels that aren't just a loop of the same room over and over again with maybe a few different bad guys here or there, and multiplayer is supposed to actually have automatic updates, kind of like Call of Duty Black Ops, and so hackers won't be in your face all the time, which is really good, and I'm glad to hear that. Plus, it's going to have leveling up options with perks, kind of like Call of Duty, and it's going to basically be a mix between Halo and Call of Duty when it comes to multiplayer. And that's great. I mean, if you're going to borrow, you might as well borrow from the best. And hey, they're going to have a balloon battle mode. I mean, how can you not like a multiplayer mode that allows you to run around with balloons and then turn into a bomb if you die? Obvious nod to Mario Kart. I think it's wonderful. So the multiplayer modes look like it's going to be fun. When it comes to the single player, story-wise, I heard one previewer, which I don't remember the name of the website I found this at, that actually had a hands-on, so I apologize right now if they are listening to this, probably not, that said that Conduit 2 looks to be to Conduit 1 what Evil Dead 2 was to Evil Dead 1, where it was a semi-sequel, semi-reboot, and that was probably the best way to describe it. It's not going to completely throw out the story from the last game, however, it is going to try and make things better, maybe reboot the characters and make things a little more polished, I suppose. And I think that'd be a good way to describe it. I mean, I haven't had hands-on with it or anything, but I'm hoping so. But like I said before, there's a lot riding on this, and the fact that they keep pushing the date back kind of scares me in one way and relieves me in another. Scares me because I'm not really sure if that means that they're still not ready to release this, a game that was supposed to come out months ago, and relieves me in the fact that it gives them more time to do the spit and polish, to make this right, to make this the game that it wasn't in the first place with the first Conduit game. And I was fine with it getting pushed to February. That way I wasn't going to have to mix my money between GoldenEye and Conduit 2. And I was fine with that. But then once they moved it from February to March, I was really starting to get upset. Then once they realized the error of their ways, for those of you who don't realize it, March is also the same month that Nintendo 3DS is going to be coming out. And I think that would be coming out a few days after the Conduit 2. So people aren't going to be buying video games leading up to the 3DS. They're going to be saving their nickels and dimes so they'll be able to buy the 3DS. And so it made sense that they pushed it to April after that. Let's just hope that's the reason why in the first place, that they realized, oh, oops, March is a bad day too. Again, this is good in one way. It gives them time to spit polish it and make everything right. Bad in another because we keep waiting. And it always seems to throw up red flags to gamers when all of a sudden you keep seeing date changes. Date changes that happen within weeks of each other. It might mean maybe they don't feel like they're prepared. I always like to stay a little optimistic, especially when it's the underdog, like High Voltage Software. I've always been rooting for them, And before the Conduit, I didn't even really know they existed, even though I have played their games before. They might have made mistakes in the past, and for whatever reasons it was, the fact that they were using a new engine, the Quantum 3 engine, and still trying to learn that, or the fact that they ran out of time, or the fact that they ran out of money. And I also know that they have hit some setbacks as of late. They had to lay off some people because of the recent economy issues, and so that might have ended up playing a hand in the date moving as well. So there you go, High Voltage Software. There's the benefit of the doubt for you. Remember, we've given that to you before. The first time when the first Conduit came out, we gamers were looking for their own game. Metroid Prime series was over, and there really was nothing but ports being made for all the other games that were coming out first-person shooter-wise on the Wii. Wii owners who are also first-person shooter fans were begging for something. High Voltage Software was there to try and deliver. And they did for the most part. They delivered a glimpse of the future, a future game. Everyone knew there was potential there. It just didn't quite live up completely to it. I'm not saying that the first Conduit game wasn't a great first-person shooter. Okay, maybe it wasn't a great first-person shooter, but it was a good first-person shooter. And it did a lot of things right. However, it ended up doing a lot of rookie mistakes. The good thing about sequels, though, is that means you have time to polish those mistakes, to listen to the fans, and figure out what you did wrong and make it better this time. So, here's hoping that's what's happening. High Voltage Software, I have all the faith in the world for you. A lot of people are saying this is going to be to the Wii what Halo was to the Xbox. Conduit 2 will be the Halo of the Wii. Now remember, you've already had a game come out before you that can prove that first-person shooters can be done right on the Wii. That was called GoldenEye. And I suppose I can go and say that GoldenEye to the Wii was basically the Call of Duty to all the other systems, even though Call of Duty does come out on the Wii too. So hey, and Black Ops was a pretty decent first-person shooter as well. So you do have a pretty hard act to follow after GoldenEye and Black Ops. But I have a feeling you'll be able to do it. You've had the time, and we've had the patience, or at least I do. Just don't push back the date anymore. I don't think we can handle that. There's a lot riding on this. And you know what? If you can pull this off and prove that these games can be just as good once again on the Wii as any other system, and make Xbox 360 and PS3 fans drool, then I'll give you an applause. However, if this turns out to be just a merely good first-person shooter again, well, you might end up going back to making Nickelodeon games like you once did. Anyway, leave a comment below with anything that you think I might have left out, or if you agree with me or disagree. That's what the comment section is for down there, so come on, use it. I like a little conversation here. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. All the links will be below. Till next time, game fans, this is Twitch. Keep playing.